our worst nightmare is that our child is on the receiving end of that bullet. But in a very, very close second, I mean, it would break my heart.
Yeah.
It would my heart goes out to all of the parents, the wives, the loved ones, and especially those parents. And it's their child who did it. It's their child that is responsible for the carnage.
Yeah.
I'm with you. You would have to turn them in.
Yeah, you have to.
But I don't know. I don't even want to think about, what that timeline would look like finding out that it was my child.
I'd be thinking, like, what did I do wrong as a parent? Like, that'd be my first thought. Like, what did I do wrong as a parent? How did I fail my son or child that bad?
I don't even know that would be my first thought. I'm sure it would get around to that. But I would be and it's sad to say, because if you find out that your child is responsible for a mass shooting, a public assassination or anything like that, I still love this kid.
Yeah.
I want to protect this kid. I'm sure my first thought would be disappointment, but also, what does protection? I'm still a parent. Like, what do? I hide them? Do I turn them in? Is that the best way to protect them in this moment?
No,
I would literally have to think from a protective, Papa Bear standpoint. And if the net is turn them in, I would truly be doing it in that moment, not necessarily in a hurt. It hurt. I'm sure it would come around to this, but it would be from self-preservation. I want to see my child alive and breathing, despite what they did.
I'd have to think about the kids who lost their life,
But that's the hard part, Nick.
Yeah, that's a tough call, man. That's a tough call. But why do you think that your son will be killed? Like, to preserve his life, why do you think your son will be killed?
That's a great question, Nick. And the short answer is, and we're talking about in immediate moments of me finding out that my child was responsible for such a heinous crime. Before I have a chance to mourn for the victims, which I'm sure I would still be in Papa Bear, I love my child mode. And I would be thinking about his protection. And I'm so sorry to say that, because I know it's selfish, but that would be my main concern, is his protection. And I would be scared to death that he be killed by the police, that they would find him and they would kill him. It would be no making it to the judicial system. It would be none of that. So it would be me trying my best to just keep him alive at that point, even if that means being locked behind bars.
Yeah. Man, that's just all the way around tough. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt either way, though.
No, it's absolutely going to hurt. And, and I'm sure for his parents, it really, and I'm talking about for Mr. Robinson's parents, because to their knowledge, this son, this is a guy who played video games.
Wow.
This is a 22-year-old kid. He did, I believe, a year in Utah State University, dropped out, but he's just a regular kid. They don't know him to be political. They don't know him to be an extremist. So you talk about getting a sucker punch.
Yeah.
Somebody just walking up on you like, boom.
Yeah.
You wasn't looking for it. You wasn't expecting it. For them, this is the furthest thing from my son that I know And then the real hell starts,
Yep.
which is now.
Yep.
My son, his best case scenario is he never comes home again.
That's facts. Yeah.
That's a win.
Yep. Yep. Damn.
So
yeah.
can you imagine being in that situation where the best case scenario is that I never get to physically hug, I'm never going to dinner with, he doesn't come home.
That's like the best and worst then. Yeah. That's the worst case. What's the worst case then? I mean, he's still gonna have the same outcome.
Well, I mean, the worst case is, which probably will happen, it is Utah. It is a red state.
Yeah.
He's gonna be sitting in front of a firing squad one day.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and you know, we have a president in office who is probably going to do everything in his power to make this thing speedy.
As he should. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's, you know, this guy will go through his appeals very, very quickly. You know, Tyler Robinson did appear in court, I believe on the 16th. And I don't know if you saw him during that court proceeding.
I saw him with the vest on, that the turtle vest.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. That green, I don't know if it's a suicide vest. I don't know what that vest is.
It is, yeah.
So I don't know if you really paid close attention to him, but it was almost like a deer in headlights.
Yeah,
like
yep.
the gravity of what he had done.
Yep.
It might be the first time that he's truly really given thought to, damn, this is real. Like, this is my life. And I'm effed.
Yep. 100%. He looked dead in the eyes, man, just dead in the eyes. And you could tell he hadn't slept good in a while, which is a good thing, as deserved. But yeah, I think the gravity of actually what he did and what's about to happen to him is setting in.
Nah, I mean, I'm going to tell you how real it is. When they showed that court proceeding, I thought it was just a picture of him.
That's what I
He
thought.
didn't move.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Yep. Very robotic. Very robotic.
Like he didn't move. He didn't blink.
Yep.
I was like, yo, is that a picture of him up there?
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. Yeah. Dude's dead in the soul.
Yeah. You know, because this is not what he comes from. He's not from this world. He literally made a terrible, terrible decision. And, you know, now that I think about it, Nick, he thought he could get away with this.
Yeah. Yep. And he almost did. Kind of.
Yeah, he thought he could get away because even in his text messages with his roommate, he was saying, yo, you know, I left the rifle.
That's right. Yeah.
Right?
And he wanted him to go pick it up for him.
You're correct. Or, no. I think he was saying that he was going to try to go back and get it. He was like, yo, the cops are swarming all over that place, but hopefully they don't find it. I'm going to just go pick it up once they leave. But I can't get it right now. I think the reason he looked like a deer in headlights was because he actually didn't think that this would come back to him.
Yep.
So it begs the question of a conversation that we had earlier. Do you think that's why he didn't take himself out?
100%. Yeah, I do. I think it's that. And I think he thought he was going to make it back to his partner, you know? I thought he was going to make it back to his partner, him, her, I don't know. And he was going to be like, I did this for you type deal. Like I don't know, just some weird played out fantasy.